Nothing like finishing off a bad day with some word problems. So let's look at number 13 here. Three sides of a trough are 30 centimeters wide in total, and the cross-sectional area is 112 centimeters squared. Find the height of the trough. Well, leave it to a math teacher to try and mess you up with this trough and cross-section business. Basically what they're saying is that you have a rectangle. Let's put that right there. So you have a rectangle. And let's just say that this side is invisible for now, but you have a rectangle. That's a cross section of this trough thing, and it says the three sides of the trough are 30 centimeters wide in total. So I'm just going to label these sides. That's x, that's y, that's also x. It's the same height. So I can say algebraically that 2x plus y equals 30 centimeters in total, equals 30. And it says that the area, the cross-sectional area, is 112 centimeters squared. So x times y equals 112. Now with that information, all we have to do is try to get rid of either the y or the x. We'll get rid of the y, we'll save the x, we'll solve for x, and then we'll find out what x is, which is one of these heights. So let's move this over here and let's rewrite these equations here as a y equals. Well, this one here, divide both sides by x. We've got y equals 112 over x. I just divided that by x, divided that by x, and gave me this here. This one here, if I subtract 2x from both sides, I'll have y equals something. I will have y equals 30 minus 2x. So I can put an equal sign here. Y equals that, equals y, equals that. So we can just get rid of the y's, and we got 112 over x equals 30 minus 2x. Multiply both sides through by x, you have 112 equals x times this thing here will be 30x minus 2x squared. So we're getting pretty close to being able to make a quadratic equation here. I'm going to add 2x squared to both sides and subtract 30x from both sides. So I'll end up with a 0 over here and a bunch of crap over here. So add 2x squared to both sides. I get 2x squared over here, and that one's gone. I subtract 30x from both sides, and that one's over 0. And this one here is still plus 112 equals 0 because we took all that away. So here's my quadratic equation. It looks a little difficult. I could actually divide both sides by 2. That would be handy. So if I divide this whole thing by 2, I get x squared minus 15x plus 56 equals 0 divided by 2, 0. So I can factor this. That's not too hard to do. So I'm looking for two numbers that will add up to minus 15 and multiply to 56, and that would be negative 7 and negative 8. So x minus 7, x minus 8 is my factor, and therefore x can equal 7 and x can equal 8. Now if we look up here, if x was 7, I would have 7 and 7, and that's 14, it's 30 total, so that must be 16. So that would be, if it was 7, it would be 7, 7, and 16. If it were 8, it would be 8 and 8, 8 and 8, 16, and this would be 14. So the question is, does 8 times 14 equal 112? And does 7 times 16 equal 112? And if the answer is yes, then my solution is correct. Well, 8 times 14 is 16 times 7. Yeah, correct. Try a calculator.